wanna sail away? I wanna sail away. Do you wanna sail away with me today? Do you wanna sail away?
This week on SailAway, we bring you our very first Halloween special in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, the oldest and some say most haunted city in the U.S. But more specifically, we'd like to tell you the story of the St. Augustine Lighthouse and its beautifully creepy history, chock full of tragedy, death, and according to the accounts of many visitors and workers, ghosts.
Today we are at the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Haunted lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Having a little bit of a deja vu.
You've been here before.
Yeah.
We are reincarnated from the lighthouse keeper.
Encounters and sightings have become almost common thanks to over 400 years history of several different towers' existence on the site, starting with a Spanish watchtower in the late 1500s. The reported hauntings begin with one of the first keepers of the second structure built in 1824, Peter Rasmussen, whose love of cigars can still be smelled by some visitors and staff members, even though no cigars have been present anywhere on the grounds in decades. But from there, the history grows much darker. The first known to have died on the property was lightkeeper Joseph Andrew. In 1859, while painting the outside of the tower structure, he plummeted 60 feet to his death when his scaffolding failed. He seems to have never left the grounds, with many sightings of a shadowy male figure being spotted in the very top of the tower by numerous staff and visitors. Also, many say that while touring the lightkeeper's quarters, they feel a sudden drop in temperature and are confronted with the dark figure of a tall man who then disappears just as quickly. But the most tragic and well-known spirits to haunt the grounds are those of two sisters who died as children in a terrible accident. From 1871 to 1874, Hezekiah Pitty was hired as renovation foreman during construction of the current tower. On July 10, 1873, his daughters Eliza and Mary, along with younger siblings Edward and Carrie, were playing in a work cart on tracks used to carry materials to and from the house. But the cart broke loose and rapidly rolled down the grassy hill and overturned in the bay. While the two younger children managed to escape, Eliza and Mary could not, and were both doomed to drown while their siblings looked on helplessly. And while not originally reported, it is now known that a 10-year-old African-American girl also died in the incident. Her name has never been discovered. Since the tragedy, there have been very frequent reports of childish laughter coming from the locked and empty top of the tower. Others have spotted Eliza drifting about the property wearing the very dress she drowned in. And that locked door at the top of the tower? Even though it is always locked each night before the staff leaves, it is often wide open when they return the next day. But the hauntings don't end there. Visitors and workers alike have felt tugs on their legs. Children have been pushed by unseen hands, and people have turned to look at the presence they feel behind them, only to find no one there. Furniture has been witnessed moving on its own, and otherworldly hands have been seen reaching through doors. One tour guide reports having arm hairs plucked by unseen fingers, and even had his ankle grabbed while giving a tour. The guests all thought he tripped. Despite its tragic history and continual hauntings of guests and staff alike, the 219-step tower with its original 1874 370-prism Fresnel lens remains a working lighthouse and a very important fixture on the Florida coast, standing watch over the often dangerous St. Augustine Inlet. Not only are it and the entire house and grounds open daily for tours, But you can also visit in the dark of night for their very popular ghost tours. If you dare.
Behind the making of the Haunted Tower. Oh, did you scrape yourself? Maybe no more climbing on a brick wall.
Be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Did you get knocked off by a ghost? They say ghosts grab little kids around here. Well, understandably, you have to be 44 inches to go up the tower, and Rivers is not. So we're taking turns heading up. Moran just got her turn. I'm gonna go take mine. This is the can you had to carry if you were the light keeper. Oh my God! And they carried it up every flight, every day to keep this thing burning. And apparently these are the storage drums for it. There's the wrench for adjusting the brackets that support the entire gallery at the top. That's a chair. Wilma and Smokey, her brother, dropped the cat off the lighthouse, and it lived. Whoa! Pretty windy. Man, what a view. Inlet is looking real rough. I would not want to go in or out today. Thank you very much. So, anybody have any ghosts? Tugs, pushes, pulls, ropes?
Well, it was funny when we were upstairs, I thought I saw people down here, and then when we came down here, I was like, there's nobody down here, but they were just around the corner. And then I was like, oh no.
Mystery solved!
Yeah, there are people.
How you doing? I'll get 2 sangrias? I want red.
Red.
2 red. And then you can get sangria while you tour the lighthouse.
My favorite part.
Shipwreck Artifact Conservation Lab for you.
Don't mind if I do.
I'll allow you.
That's so funny.
Sangria in my other hand. This is how I like to tour.
Yeah, just
Look in there.
Oh, whoa. Are you sleeping in there?
Cool. We'll be back in a little bit. Rivers, no. Get out of there.
Whoa, big.
Out. What are you doing? Stay on the side. I know, you have to stay on this side. I know, it's a boat. What are you doing?
Some 5.
You're very artistic.
I'm so artsy.
It's purple.
They are purple. Well, that is a 100% accurate pirate ship reproduction.
Yes.
We did it!
You did it! Go. Arr! Yeah. Did you do that? Let me see. Oh my god. Oh my god, our baby's a genius.
Prodigy. Sketch prodigy.
We're gonna hit all the talk shows. Yeah.
Don't laugh at me.
To the